Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome to Backwards 3 News. I'm your host, Kyle Mann. I see a lot of familiar faces around the room. You know what I'm talking about. Tonight, we're investigating the performance management system of one of Brisbane's largest, that's right, largest courier companies, Mercury Couriers. I knew you knew it. 3 of their employees are threatening legal action against HR manager Don Cobb. Don refused to take part in this interview, but we previously interviewed 2 of his employees, that's right, 2, without him knowing. Here's what they have to say about this. Yeah, so that footy game, eh? Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. Wait, that's an employee from Mercury Couriers. Come on. Hey, you.
Please.
Excuse me, just 1 second. No, please.
Who
Can I
are
just
you?
have you? I'm Tyler Main from Backwards 3 News.
Oh.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, you may have seen me on Tinder and stuff like that. Anyway, can I just have 2 minutes of your time, please, just to talk about this legal action?
Sure.
So, tell me about what happened.
Well, I was headhunted from BCA Careers by Don Cobb 18 months ago. At my last job, we had regular performance management where we were interviewed every quarter. We were set challenging but achievable targets and goals, and were provided constant feedback. I was shocked and appalled at how Don Cobb, a qualified HR manager, thought it was acceptable to not proactively manage me and all the other employees. There was no performance management system in place, only one performance piece of appraisal assessment done every year.
Rubbish. And it's absolute garbage.
In my opinion, performance appraisal programs can only be reliable if it consists of getting goal setting, performance feedback, and performance improvement. I mean, if they didn't even set any performance goals, how was I supposed to know I was doing something wrong? To base your entire bonus structure on the memory of a supervisor is quite unreliable and not really cost effective, as they're rewarding the wrong people.
So, Bianca, you had been a HR advisor for Flandcrest Enterprises for the past 10 years? Okay. What do you think about this performance appraisal form?
Well, presenter, in order to justify my expert opinion on the situation, it was first necessary for me to perform a SWOT analysis on the performance management process which Mercury Couriers used to assess these employees' performance. From the SWOT analysis results, it was highly evident that the organization had no key performance requirements, as well as no specific key success factors for employees to strive towards. The lack of these components in Mercury Careers' organization has consequently aided the 3 employees in justifying why they believe their performance is being assessed inaccurately and unfairly. After conducting a SWOT analysis, I found few strengths, many weaknesses, many opportunities, and some threats which are evident in both Mercury Careers' internal and external environment. Firstly, as a result of 7 consecutive years of successful operations, Mercury Careers has become far too constricted in terms of adapting and innovating their performance management process to their continuous changes in staff, as their HR manager's focus has been to buy rather than build skilled staff. This unethical and selfish action has resulted in these 3 employees threatening legal action against Don Cobb, which in my opinion is more than justified. In addition, Mercury Careers' traditional management culture combined with their cost defender competitive strategy focus has led the company astray in terms of correcting, assessing, and managing the performance of the employees. Specifically, in terms of Mercury Careers' performance assessment form, there are multiple issues apparent which explain why these employees believe they were unfairly assessed. Firstly, the form is only completed once a year and does not assess any managerial staff whatsoever. Not only is this unethical, but it is purely outrageous when the top 20% are awarded a $5,000 bonus and the bottom 10% are given the simplicity of the performance assessment form in an effort to reduce supervisors becoming tied down in unproductive work, how could any employee feel they are being accurately and reliably assessed?
I swear that because of that one time when my daughter had parent-teacher interviews, I feel like my supervisor used that against me when completing my performance appraisal. How can they judge my tardiness for the entire year without using relevant data? They should have derived data from employees' actual attendance, not just their own judgment. At BRC, the HR advisors use statistical data for the time, quality and effectiveness of each task each person performed. But at Mercury Couriers, they just have some stupid person with a piece of paper assessing people based on their opinion of me. What if I was only 0.5% under the top 20% of people, and for that I didn't receive a bonus? It's ridiculous. Mercury Couriers are just throwing away their money on unreliable and invalid data. You wouldn't be happy if you worked that hard all year and were judged in that way, would you?
I certainly wouldn't be.
How am I going to feed my children?
I don't know.
I completely agree with the employee. Not only is her experience under Don Cobb's unjust performance management process insightful, it is also significantly detrimental to this employee's potential future with the company. If she decides to take legal action against Mercury Couriers, mainly Don Cobb, I completely support and acknowledge her reasons for doing so. I believe Mr. Cobb has a lot of explaining to do, not only to these employees, but also to his entire company, including all managerial staff, which the performance management form does not assess.
That looks like one of the other employees from Mercury Couriers. Let's go see if we can have a word to her about the performance management process. Excuse me. I'm Tyler Main from Back with 3 News.
Okay.
We're doing a story about your previous employer, Mercury Couriers, and their performance management process.
Sure.
Do you mind if we have a word to you about it?
Take a seat.
Sweet. So, tell me a little bit about why you're threatening John Cobb with legal action.
I've never been given a ceiling to work towards. I have no idea what the daily expectations are, no guidance from my supervisors, and because I haven't met the unknown expectations, I am on the verge of losing my job. Don bought my already existing skills when he poached me from BRC, and I've had no further efforts to increase my knowledge and skills. The performance assessment that it was given was very unjust. My supervisor had no recollection of my ongoing efforts from the entire year. My previous employment provided ongoing feedback.
Sorry, let me just interrupt you. Do you have any change?
No.
I really want a Red Bull. Sorry.
My previous
Continue.
employment provided ongoing feedback and guidance to the expectations of myself and as an individual and the whole organisation. The annual bonus is handed out based on 1 day, 1 page, and 1 man that has no idea.
No idea.
No idea.
So, after speaking with 2 of Mercury Couriers' previous employees, it's highly evident there are a number of problems in their performance management system, mainly their performance assessment form. Now, this could be because they've been going for 7 successful years of operations with no problems, but that's not to say that they didn't have any problems with their employees in terms of their performance management. This could be a result of their traditional management culture, as Don Cobb used to be a truck driver. That's right, a truck driver. He doesn't have any degrees, like us. This is also a result of their cost defender, competitive strategy focus. Yeah, that's right. They have the wrong strategy, and this is what's happening. So, after speaking with Bianca, the HR advisor of Flame Crest Enterprises, it's evident that Mercury Couriers' performance assessment form needs to be changed, and it needs to be changed now. Not tomorrow, not the day after, now. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all, each and every one of you. Yeah, you too, for joining me on Back with 3 News. I'm your host, Tyler Main, and until next time, you stay classy, San Diego. I'm getting my Red Bull!